Be right here, Buzz TV, Namm 2015, and we found probably something that's going to be the hottest thing. If not, it'll definitely be in our top 10. We found the Jamstik. Tell me about this insane item.
So the Jamstik is basically a MIDI controller designed to kind of fit the form factor of your iPad or your iPhone, but we use real guitar strings and real frets, and we do the whole MIDI thing a little bit differently than most guitar MIDI stuff has happened in the past. Instead of us looking at the audio and trying to process what you played, we actually use infrared light from within the Jamstik's neck. So we actually look through the fretboard, and we see in real time where your fingers are. So the Jamstik can actually see what my fretting hand is doing before my picking hand has ever even touched a string. So it makes our MIDI translation really, really fast. The other thing that it does is it gives us the opportunity to do in an app, in iOS, on an iPad or an iPhone, the ability to do guitar instruction in a way that eliminates all the guesswork of where does my finger go, because we can present a cue on a virtual Jamstik on the screen, and all the player has to do is move their finger into position and begin to play the notes to a chord.
You know, that's amazing, considering I talk to a lot of people and I'm always asked about thinking about playing guitar, where do I start? And unfortunately, the first thing that I usually say is, if you could get through that first year, and it sounds like this gets you through the first year, let alone that first week.
Yes.
Any way we could see how any of this works?
Yep, certainly. I'm gonna go ahead and load up Jam Tutor here. Now this is our series, our app series. Jam Tutor is designed to really get you over that hump where most people quit. So Jam Tutor will cover your cowboy chords or campfire chords, open string chords, bar chords, some scales, and the ability to read tablature. And we do that in a number of different interfaces that are fun and entertaining. One thing that's really cool about the Jamstik with Jam Tutor, aside from the fact that you get to see where your fingers are in real time and where the cues are, is that because we don't listen to these Jamstik strings, you never have to tune the instrument. So already, like, one big barrier for somebody who's interested in learning guitar is taken away. So I'm just going to go here to our D chord lesson. Now, this is the third thing that you'll see in the Jam Tutor curriculum in terms of chords. By this time, you've seen open string stuff, how to hold the pick, how to position your fingers. But you can see here,
we're going to use your index.
Early concepts, we work with video, but this video isn't like catch as catch can, like you'd be working with a YouTube tutorial. This is actually truly interactive.
Okay, now your turn.
So you can kind of see here on the screen, the tutor, the camera moves around. Oh, sorry. Camera moves around so that the user can kind of see how it should look in their hands, maybe if it's an arching lesson, how their fingers should arch. But the really cool thing is that this is interactive, and we have a cue right here on the screen on this Jamstik neck at the bottom of the screen. So for the user, all they have to do is move their colored play into that cue, and it's waiting for me to play that note before the lesson advances.
Wow.
Just like a traditional guitar lesson. So when I play that note,
Next up,
it'll advance to the next step.
down to fret F sharp.
Now you'll see we move the camera, see how it should look in there.
Like this. Okay, your turn.
So there we go. Got that.
Take your ring finger.
Yeah, this one's in my deal.
D. Like this. Okay, your turn.
So then when I can get that in, boom.
Now, let's strum from the D string.
So aside from that, we also have an interface that we call arcade mode. I'm going to go to a challenge here. Now people will recognize this and they love it because it looks like...
Oh, wow, there you go.
So the way this works is that my low E string is on the left side of the interface. You can see as I press that, that's reading where my fret position is. My high E's over here. Everything else corresponds one-to-one.
Right.
But the numbers that come down are my fret cues. Now this is an open string drill, so this is all zeros, and I have to hit those zeros when they come through that button bar. So the cool thing about arcade mode is that it's an interface that everybody loves, but they're actually learning how to play. They're getting all of that muscle memory going. They get all of the benefit of playing with a rhythm track. You know, And we're dropping breadcrumbs for them to learn how to read tablature. Because it's numbers and lines, we do have a transition in our Jam Tutor 2 or Jam Tutor 3 app that turns this on its side and says, okay, you've been seeing this moving interface, but now we're going to get stationary with the moving playhead. And it's cool because then they've seen everything, but now they're reading tablature, doing the same exercises. Then we move them further down kind of the tab road. So we figure if you learn all those key skills, you'll pick up a guitar with confidence and be able to play. And our user base that already has Jamsticks is already telling us that their confidence level on their real instrument has really gone up. But the great thing about the Jamstik 2 is that we're giving you a MIDI controller that you can use with your iOS device. We tether to it natively, so there's no special dongles, no special, we're visible to the iPad. With the Jamstik Plus that we're announcing today, this is working via Bluetooth.
I was just going to bring that up. We heard that.
Yes. So the Jamstik Plus is got two major advancements over the Jamstik that was released in September. One, our protocol, our wireless protocol, is using Apple's new Bluetooth MIDI spec, which is really fantastic in terms of user experience for the connection. It's very fast and easy. It's just, I come over here to the app that I'm interested in, open Bluetooth devices, and it searches for all the available ones, and I tell it to connect. That solves a huge, kind of connection. How do I do this thing? It's easy. The other thing is we've added a magnetic pickup to our picking system. Our previous picking system on the Jamstik that came out in September is a mechanically coupled system. This is a traditional magnetic pickup, so the picking response feels a lot more natural.
Now, I've done my homework because I'm someone that does play a guitar synth.
Yes.
And first thing I was using was a roll and ready thing, and wasn't too thrilled with that pickup tracking, kind of blue. Then I moved to a Moore guitar. Love the model, so Moore, you guys are the shit. Piezo's were in the saddles.
Mm-hmm.
Tracking was a lot better, but still wasn't there. This, from what we've been told, is tracking now. It is true real-time tracking. I'm not going to have that issue if I'm doing a violin part and I'm just playing that one chord or note repetitively for a quick chop. I lose maybe the third note every time. Is there a way I could connect this 13-pin dongle? Like, as I said, I'm a guitar synth guy. Can I go out other ways than via just Bluetooth at the moment?
Yes, we do have a USB port on every Jamstik, and this USB port does two things. The USB port is for charging the internal lithium-ion battery, and also this does spit out MIDI. So if you've got, something that'll take USB MIDI, this will drive it. So that's what's kind of cool, is that you can really, if you want cabled MIDI, you're able to, you put in a USB cable and then drive,
suck
Logic,
notes from
Pro Tools,
everywhere.
Ableton,
Exactly.
So that's really a really cool thing. For us, our mechanical picking system tracks really, really well. However, the one gripe that we knew that we could get better was just how natural it would react, because it was a mechanical system. There's a couple things that you just be like, oh, if it just did a little bit. With our magnetic pickup, it works a lot more naturally to your touch. We're still kind of hashing out some of the code to make sure that we can even get this thing to be, really, really kind of electric guitar response friendly, but that's just around the corner for us.
Out now, everything I could pick up right now, correct?
Yes.
Where could I get it?
So right now you can get the legacy Jamstik, or the Jamstik that's been available from September on from Jamstik.com. That's Jamstik.com. You can also pre-order the Jamstik Plus at Jamstik.com, and that'll be shipping in second quarter of this year. And if you want to go to a retail store and take a look at the Jamstik, we are at select Apple stores throughout the country, bigger footprint stores generally, or at Amazon.com and at Apple.com.
Very nice. Now here's something, this is just something completely left, but something we're doing. We're working with Metal Sanaz, we're going to Turkey, we're doing something there. We're bringing gear to kids that can't get it. We've already spoke to management.
Yeah.
They've already said they're giving us 1, possibly 2 Jamsticks, so we're getting some gear, we're hitting everybody up. I myself, when I started this thing, I sent a personal guitar out of my collection to a kid in Iran, so he's holding my Ibanez. So I would never ask for something I'm personally not willing to do. Jamstik jumped on this, so you have an incredibly great product for beginners, for seasoned pros, for live stuff, for having fun at your house. My 23-year-old used to beat all the boys at Guitar Hero and take their money. She'd bet them and take their money, which was insanely great. I know she's going to want one. What's the price point?
$299.
Oh my God, that's for a MIDI controller, $299 that does all this. Are the apps extra? What if like your app? Does it come with it? How do we do that?
So currently we have 3 apps that are up on the iTunes App Store. Jamstik Connect, which works with the Wi-Fi model, the legacy model. We'll have a new Jamstik version that'll be coming in probably sometime before launch, but that'll handle the Bluetooth stuff. And then, so that's free. We also have Jam Tutor, which is free, and Jam Mix, which is free.
Boy, guys, you're getting a deal and a half for $299.
Yeah, we really think, especially just on the Jam Tutor stuff, you actually come out ahead, in terms of if you were going to pay for lessons versus, getting a Jamstik and buying Jam Tutor. You'd probably be evenly equal, if not ahead of the game, buying a Jamstik versus getting a traditional guitar and doing lessons. Not that we're out to replace guitars or instructors. We really think of this as something that kind of enhances the whole ecosystem, gets more guitar players into the pool.
It really does, because again, when you're first starting out, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It really is. And this, I could see, just defeats that nightmare. It's going to be fun. You're going to be able to do things right from the get-go. Mind you, you're not going to be great right from the get-go, but you're going to be able to do things that after 10 minutes you won't want to put a guitar down and,
Well, I always say we're not going to turn you into Jack White overnight. But you're going to be able to pick up a guitar and play with confidence. We did Apple events starting 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, all through December, and we'd get guys who'd never played guitar playing a D chord in under 2 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, that really is. I don't know what else to say other than we're getting one. The company's great. Chris, I really, really thank you for this.
No problem. Thank you.
And personally, myself, I could honestly say this thing is probably going to be one of the, if not the top 10 hottest products that we find here at Namm. Chris, we really, really love everything. Thank you again. B-Rad, Chris, Jamstik. Get yourself one. We're going to have one. See you guys. B-Rad here. B-Rad here, Buzz TV. Blackstar amplification. We're with Jay, and we're going to see something really new and hot. Jay, what do we got here?
This is the new ID Core Beam from Blackstar. It features a stereo output. It's a tuned cabinet, so it's 2 3-inch speakers and a ported cabinet. It has the original 6 Blackstar voices from Clean to Scream, but it also has, now this year, it has acoustic and bass outputs. So the Beam actually stands for bass, electric, acoustic, and music. The music part is Bluetooth playback, so I can actually play back by my phone, what have you, into the amplifier directly, no cables required.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah. But the tone's really good. So it goes from clean to scream, so like the guitar sounds. It also does acoustic as well, and bass.
Very, very nice. Available now?
It comes out in April.
April. And what's the price point we're looking at?
Map is $279.
That's not bad at all. All the retailers are going to have it, or is this something we just have to go to Blackstar themselves to get?
No, it'll be basically all the retailers.
So we're going to... I like that. Now, besides this, anything else that Blackstar has out there that they need to...
We have a new one that came out also called the Fly. It's a small, right here, it's a 3x3, kind of a laptop type of thing. You can plug it for your laptop speakers, but also it's for your guitar amp. So you crank it up. It's got 2 channels. And we can hear this and that over here, but...
That little thing has some bite. That's actually scary good.
And it's also very, very portable.
Oh my God, there is no weight to this. I was actually thinking magnets or something.
No. It runs battery powered or AC adapter.
I like that.
2 channels delay, and it's a good stocking stuffer for next Christmas.
Out now?
Oh yeah.
Price point on this lovely thing?
I think for the pack together it's $100, I believe, and for the individual one it's I believe $60.
I'm pretty sure we're going to get a couple of our hands on these. We're going to do some talking off camera, but I can almost guarantee you're going to see that Blackstar name on the list of stuff we're doing with Metal Sanaz in Turkey. But for now, Jay, B-Rad, Blackstar Amps, a product you just got to get your hands on. We're out of here, guys. See ya.